It's past midnight. Your phone is face down. The room is dark, and your body is tired. But your mind is wide awake. You replay a conversation that already ended. You rewrite something you should have said differently. You imagine futures that haven't happened. You argue with people who aren't even here. You tell yourself you'll sleep in 5 minutes. Just one more thought. Just one more conclusion. Just one more answer. And suddenly it's 2:17 a.m. This isn't rare for you. This is familiar. Every night follows the same pattern. The world finally goes quiet, and that's when your mind gets loud. During the day, you manage, you function, you respond, you smile at the right moments. But at night, everything you avoided shows up. The things you didn't finish, the risks you didn't take, the potential you felt but never fully acted on. You don't overthink because you're weak. You overthink because you care. You notice details other people ignore. You think deeper than most. You see connections that don't shut off just because the lights are out. But that depth has a cost. You wake up tired, not because you didn't sleep, but because you never truly rested. Your mornings feel heavy. Your focus feels delayed. Your energy feels borrowed from tomorrow. You tell yourself you'll fix it later, when things calm down, when life slows, when you have more clarity. But later never comes. Each night adds another layer, another thought left unresolved, another quiet disappointment you don't talk about. You scroll, not because you're entertained, but because silence feels dangerous. Silence forces you to hear yourself. So you distract, you delay, you numb. And when you finally put the phone down, your mind punishes you for avoiding it all day. You think about who you could be by now, if you had started earlier, if you had stayed consistent, if you hadn't waited for motivation to feel perfect. That's where the regret creeps in. Not loud, not dramatic, just a quiet ache in the chest. You're not stuck because you don't know what to do. You're stuck because knowing and doing have drifted apart, and the gap between them grows at night. Here's the part no one tells you. Your enemy isn't fear, it isn't trauma, it isn't a lack of intelligence. It's comfort. Comfort that whispers you deserve rest before effort. Comfort that tells you tomorrow is safer than today. Comfort that keeps you busy but unchanged. Routine that feels productive but leads nowhere. Distraction that feels relaxing but leaves you emptier. Delay disguised as patience. You keep waiting for the perfect moment to begin, but perfection never comes at night. At night, your mind doesn't ask for plans, it asks for proof. Proof that you are becoming who you said you would be. And when it doesn't find it, it keeps you awake, not to torture you, but to remind you. You think you overthink because you can't shut your mind off. But what if your mind is awake because your life isn't aligned yet? What if the thoughts aren't the problem? What if they're the signal? And this is where everything changes. Because this was never about motivation. Motivation is loud and temporary. This is about identity. At night, your mind strips away the performance. No audience, no distractions, just you and the truth. And the truth is simple. You don't trust yourself yet. Not because you failed once, but because you've promised yourself change too many times without following through. So your mind stays alert, watching, waiting. Discipline isn't punishment, it's proof. Proof that when you say something matters, you act like it does. Discipline is self-respect in motion. It's the quiet confidence of knowing tomorrow won't depend on how you feel. It will depend on who you've decided to be. Freedom isn't doing whatever you want. Freedom is sleeping without your thoughts attacking you. Freedom is waking up without regret tapping you on the shoulder. Power isn't intensity. Power is consistency when no one is watching. The people who sleep peacefully aren't luckier than you. They're aligned. Their actions during the day settle their minds at night. Your mind doesn't want more thinking. It wants closure. It wants to know that today moved you closer to something real, even slightly. You don't need to solve your entire life before bed, but your mind needs to know you didn't abandon yourself again. That's why the nights feel so long, because deep down you know you're capable of more than what today showed. And that gap hurts. So here's the question that lingers when the room goes quiet. Will tonight be another night you negotiate with your thoughts, or the night you decide that tomorrow won't be left to chance anymore?